Hello, I've come out to record by my roses. I can't believe that nearly November and they're still blooming. Yes, there are quite a few dead ones that I need to trim off again, but there are also some buds. Hope Jack Frost doesn't come along and take them, but no doubt he will. So, as I say, I did trim back the dead bits, but I didn't trim the whole thing. And that would have sort of been burning my bridges, because it would be doing a job that would, I know, need to be done, but doing it whilst I was doing the start of that job. Don't think I've explained that very well. I'm thinking through cotton wool, so apologies. But I'm glad I didn't, because otherwise I would not have had these beautiful roses. And sometimes we do burn those metaphorical bridges. If maybe you've let somebody, you've let them go, you've got them out of your life, and you then endeavour to remove all traces of that person from your life, yeah, that in most cases is understandable, especially if hurt, abuse, negativity was involved. Yes, get rid of everything that you can. But there are times, and there have been times when I've read the messages coming through on that thread, when you never know what has caused them to let that other person go. Maybe it was a difference of opinion that blew up, and maybe with, now is the sound going to go, maybe with help and support, with some counselling, that relationship was retrievable, mendable, but not if you'd thrown away, blown up, burnt those bridges. So it's down to individuals and individual cases. Sometimes you might need that bridge, so maybe just put a gate across, metaphorical gate, and a fence, and then carry on, because there might be times when you can reuse that bridge back to links that help in your business, but because of a falling out you burnt them. Links that could re-establish a relationship, form a new relationship. It's very easy to throw the baby out with the bathwater, and you really struggle to retrieve that poor little baby if you've thrown it away. So maybe just keep the baby happy, and throw the water away. As with the bridge, maintain the bridge, because you never know when it might be useful. Okay, it might not be easy going back, having to apologise, having to say I made a mistake, but never assume that all mistakes were yours, which is why mediation, counselling, if it's a relationship, can help, because that blame very often is two-sided. And having said don't accept the blame, also don't heap all of the blame on the other person unless it's deserved, unless it's because of abuse, of hurt, of total negativity. It's that judgment time. So what about bridges to other things? Contacts are always useful. If you move house but are within the same area, don't cut off all relationships with people where you used to live. You never know, they might have links to people where you're moving to. I have to say, I found that part of being an Air Force wife very difficult, because we moved so many times, but it was from one end of the country to the other, and getting to know new people wasn't easy. It was easier for the men because they had a bridge. They had a bridge of being on the same squadron, of having met on courses, whatever. But we wives, especially if we were forging our own lives, we could struggle with that. So bridges can remain important. Bridges to our past. Many of us neglect our past. We probably know grandparents and, at a push, great-grandparents, uncles and aunts. But for whatever reason, I really did not know many of my extended family when I was a child. So going through my ancestry has really helped. Finding out what they did, how they lived, and that's all part of my roots. And my roots give me a stabilizing foundation, and hopefully that bridge can be built on there. And I have actually made contact with several relatives, which has been very nice. So on that note, put your matches away. Don't always burn your bridges. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.